What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy JP. I'm back at it. I got another reaction video for y'all. We're gonna be reacting to Adam22 speaking on the Flakko situation. I'm gonna be honest, I'm excited to hear what Adam has to say about it, just for the fact that prior to the interview coming out yesterday, which is Tuesday, it was kind of weird watching the Monday show after the situation happened. The way AD and Gina was kind of treating Flakko was kind of like, you know, it was, I don't know, it was kind of disturbing to watch. So I want to see what Adam has to say about the whole situation, if he feels some type of way. Because when the interview came out, I kind of felt where it was coming from, because he did step out of bounds. He was wild and he was disrespectful. So I could see where they coming from now. But Monday, it was kind of strange just watching it. But yeah, I want to see what he's gonna say. If it's your first time tuning into the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the kid. Let me know what type of videos y'all like for me to react to, and I'm definitely gonna get them done. So yeah, let's get straight into it.
You got your new host here, man.
Oh my god.
Let's talk about this
crazy,
custard.
man.
This
So
custard.
let me squeak on this for you guys. So you know, Flakko recently did an episode where he talked he talked to Bam and Kevo's manager on the phone, and they got into a bunch of dirt about 16ShotEm. 16ShotEm hits me up right away, says they lying on my name. Like he wasn't like totally pissed about me having somebody on the platform talking so reckless about him, but he definitely wanted to say his piece. So I said, okay, can I get you on a podcast with Flakko? He said, you know, I feel like he was a little bit cautious about it because this is the exact dude who had just been shitting on him, but he says, okay,
so you
I'll
set
do
this
it.
up.
Now, my schedule, I'm only in town for a couple of days, so I had to be like, all right, are you down to do it with somebody else? I was thinking about asking T-Rail. T-Rail's in Texas. I'm like, maybe I'll hit AD up. Let's see if AD, and it's not that I was looking for somebody to be like security in the room, which I had heard discussed that like AD was there as security. That's not,
Man, I'm gonna be honest. Adam be knowing what he doing. Getting AD is probably the smartest decision you could make, because he's a well-respected dude. So sitting him next to Flakko, that makes the most sense, you know?
it never even crossed my mind that anything violent could happen in this situation. I just thought, oh really?
I mean, with Flakko, anything could go bad, because he talks crazy.
Maybe he'll be able to at least moderate the conversation, and
was a good moderator.
hopefully keep them from just getting too far left out of pocket in the argument.
He was doing a good job at it for the whole hour.
He was doing a lot, because there was a lot of reining in to do on Flakko because he was so fucking out of control. I feel like
He was definitely out of control, but one thing I could honestly say is that I was surprised at the fact that even though he was really being disrespectful and talking crazy, but the way he be talking on like YouTube and stuff like that be kind of the same way, and that he was in the interview like that. So I was just surprised that he kept the same energy, because we never seen him in a situation where he had to face somebody that, you know, he was talking crazy about.
as a podcast host, if you are going to sit down with someone and do an interview with them, it's kind of like expected. It's kind of your duty to show them a certain amount of respect.
That's a
I
fact.
think coming out the gate with the name calling and the just super aggressive shit was
He didn't even introduce him yet.
He didn't have like a
Started it
seed
up.
of like, oh cool, we're on the. I've never seen somebody, honestly, I've watched so many contentious podcasts where people have blatantly been talking shit about each other, and then they get into the same room together.
Flakko had an agenda.
It's a
He
lot
wasn't
less
going- he wasn't going to
aggressive.
play.
It's like they go into it with good faith to try to get to the bottom of the issue.
Exactly.
It did not really feel like a good faith endeavor on Flakko's part. He's calling him a clout chaser and a fraud over and over and over. I think Flakko crossed the line. He said, "Suck my dick." Like, you can't say that kind of shit to a street dude like 16 and expect him to not do something. Now, normally in any given situation,
that's really where I feel like he crossed the line. The spin was a little too crazy, but I don't really know how other states really be rocking with the, you know, with the SMD stuff. But in New York, listen, you bound to get killed. I feel like that's the most disrespectful thing you could even tell somebody. Just inviting them to your piece, like, somebody will really murder you for that. I mean, I don't know if y'all ever saw Fat Joe speak on it. He was like, listen, right now I'm rich and everything, but if somebody tells me or invites me to their piece, I'll definitely kill them. Like that's something serious. Like spit is disrespectful. Obviously, man, listen, I'd rather get snuffed than spit on any time. But I feel like that was even too, you know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't even that crazy for what he said. Like the cloud chasing stuff, alright. That's not crazy, aside from the fact that he mentioned it 1,000 times. That's when it becomes disrespectful. But you can call somebody a cloud chaser as long as you explain yourself, even though he didn't really have good reasons and stuff. But that's SMD stuff as a podcaster, like that's kind of unprofessional.
Situation. If we had somebody on the podcast and they spit in the host's face, it would be like, we're never gonna fuck with you again. I don't like you. You're a piece of shit. Whatever. I don't feel that way at all.
Me and 16 would have to get down
for it in that situation.
Hell no.
If anything,
spit,
I feel like, you know,
he ain't even get to spit back.
Kind of nice compared to like just clocking him in the jaw, which is what I feel like a lot of other people would do. So yeah, it was intense. I think Flakko, if he's gonna do another episode like that, I mean, it can't be that negative out the gate. It can't be, and it felt like it just wasn't even really making a lot of sense.
No.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the stuff he was saying where he was just really railing against 16 for interviewing this dude who ended up calling Bandman Kevo a snitch, right? This guy's like on his case. To me, that's enough of a reason for you to be able to have a fair perspective on him, right? Flakko just...
That's the one thing I could say about that is like, that's a good reason to call somebody a cloud chaser. And in all honesty, this is not the first time that 16 pretty much did questionable stuff, because the Herbo stuff, Herbo's mans wasn't promoting nothing. He just went there. Basically, the whole interview was to talk bad on Herbo. You got somebody on there to talk about Bandman Kevo all day, alleging that he's snitching and stuff like that. At one point, I think he did like a video shoot with somebody that was disrespecting Polo G and Polo G's hood. So those are good points that you could just honestly say, oh, this is the reason why I think you a cloud chaser. I mean, you messing with the dude's girl, like, you know, those things could call for attention. So I would have just said that, if anything, as my reasons.
Keeps saying this guy's got 10,000 followers. Yeah, it just keeps calling him a nobody over and over. I'm like, what is the point of pointing that out over and over? That doesn't invalidate his entire perspective. Now, if it was just a guy who didn't even fucking know Bandman Kevo and 16 gave him an interview to talk shit about him, that I could see being a problem. That doesn't make a lot of sense. If you're going to put somebody on a platform to talk shit about somebody else like that, they need to be coming from some position of authority, right? Okay. They need to have been around them or had something to do with them. It sounds like he fit that criteria, and Flakko just wasn't trying to hear it at all.
And Flakko was kind of acting like it was anything different than what we do here.
Yeah, right?
Like, that's exactly what we all do.
Or what he does.
Nah, but in a way, it's like, I don't agree with that point, because it's not, at least from what I get, I watched a lot of interviews from Adam. Adam never gave me the, I'ma just bring people to the platform to bash somebody else. I mean, at least he's gonna go through the process of interviewing them and, you know, asking them where they grew up, how they, all that kind of stuff. Like, he never, like, I don't know, I never really seen a situation where he just brought somebody there and everything that we gonna talk about is another man, another man, another man. He may ask the questions, obviously, because that's what the fans want to hear, but I don't think the way No Jumper's format is similar to a lot of the things that 16 has done.
Fucking does these stories talking about people that nobody ever even fucking heard of.
The shit was so crazy. And you know, like, since day one, since he got here, all I've ever tried to do was like, hey bro, like, I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but you know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing bad to happen to you.
You've been doing a good job at that, AD,
bro,
honestly.
But I've been telling
AD been saving.
I've been, fans been hitting me up. You trying to control Flakko? He's not afraid to talk of this. And I'm like,
yeah, all right, niggas.
Y'all really don't understand like what can really happen in certain situations. And then yesterday, you know what I'm saying, I seen a totally different person than I know. Like, if Flakko came out here and he just wanted to speak his opinion, you know what I'm saying, then it's cool. I'm not gonna be mad. I ain't gonna let nobody like beat you up because you sitting there is giving your opinion. But my nigga, you was that nigga turned to a whole nother individual.
If we just wanted content and we were perfectly happy to see him just crash out, then we would be encouraging stuff like what he did yesterday.
Yeah.
I think yesterday, we're lucky that we have such a good relationship with 16ShotEm that he's not going to hold it against the brand, but a lot of people would not be so kind.
Yeah.
That tone that he took with him,
Yeah. If it would have been anybody else,
had a similar situation,
somebody
with
would've
like
did
a
him
friend
bad.
or a person who had beef. Like I could think of all kinds of people in LA that if you had had that kind of conversation with them, they would have beat your ass. Like they wouldn't have waited an hour either. Like I think 16 showed very good restraint.
That's a fact. That's a
man.
fact.
Spit
He was
is
cool
I
the
was
whole
impressed
time.
by him, honestly.
Spit is the worst. And bro, his homies got up, bro. Like, and honestly, they were supposed to beat the dog shit out of Flakko. They supposed to fire on me too for
saved
jumping
Everybody
in the way with him.
Spit is
bro.
like,
You
dude,
know what I
mad
mean?
disrespect.
And the whole thing is
SMD
that
is
after the
enough
shit
to
happened,
go
we go
at
on the
everybody.
Monday show. Everybody's acting like we hating. They like, hey, niggas hitting me up. AD, you hating on Flakko? You afraid
Bro,
he's
love
going to get more
starting
popular
a new
than you? You this and this and this and that. And then they see the interview now. Everybody's like, "Oh, you guys was you woo." I'm
But
like,
that's
man,
just
you know
because
what?
nobody got to see the interview.
I
so
jumped in
it's
front of
like-
that man. You feel me?
Yeah.
I didn't have to do that
You
shit.
did do that. You
know
put
what
him
I'm saying?
behind you.
Bro, I literally put him behind me. And
Yeah.
bro, that nigga 16 apologized. He was like, man, I didn't mean to do this shit. He was on his way out. Flakko was like, watch, nigga. Watch, just
Yeah.
watch. He comes back like, what do you mean watch? Like, what did you want? So now, since that happened, everybody's saying, oh, yeah, I want Flakko to talk. I want him to do whatever. AD is washing his hands. Do not ask me to moderate with that nigga no more.
I
You feel
can
me?
respect that.
Something-
That's fair.
You taking a stance?
I'm out. If
He don't
if
listen,
wanna
so
say
he don't
something,
care.
I'm not gonna warn that nigga no more. I'm not gonna put a muzzle on him.
Yeah.
Nigga, if he whatever he do is on him. If somebody running this motherfucker and crack his helmet, I'm gonna sit there and watch.
He gotta stand on his word.
I'm not.
Like he did the twisty.
I'm not.
Oh my god.
But I'm not doing it no more, bro. Because even if, like, let's say, bro, like, if I didn't help him in the situation, niggas would be like, AD, you wrong for
You're damned if you do, damned
didn't
if you
that.
don't.
That's what I'm saying.
So
So now,
the crazy thing
I wash
about
my
it
hands.
is that normally when you get a person on the channel, they're a little reserved. They haven't been on camera that much, etc. So it's like you kind of have to encourage them to get out of their shell. Like with certain people, you're kind of
Nah,
pushing them,
Flakko's
have
overly
more of an
confident. He
opinion,
don't give a
have
damn.
more of a take.
Yeah.
With him, it's a total opposite. And I've never really had this problem before, where his takes are already so extreme that you find yourself having to kind of reel him back in. And like for instance, I don't want to say who, but you guys were talking on the Monday show about a certain magazine cover and a certain editor from the magazine, and he tells me right away about what he's planning on saying about her as a white woman in the hip hop industry. And I told him, and luckily he took my advice, and I didn't hear him really saying any of this shit on the Monday show. But I
No,
was
he
like,
didn't.
don't
I think it's a
make
double
it
XL.
personal with people in the fucking media world unless you have something really fucking good to go on. Because
Yeah.
if you're a woman who works at a media company in hip hop, realistically, as a magazine person or whatever, and someone who's not asking for fucking thanks, I mean, you don't see her contribution of working on this legendary hip hop magazine. And yes, they might not be in the dominant position that they always were, but I was like, bro, do not fucking make it a personal attack with her. It's not.
Yeah.
There's not a reason for you to do this. Like, you have to pick your battles wisely. And the shit that he was popping with 16 was just way
Bro, didn't
over
he
the
tell?
top.
Didn't he
dude.
tell that nigga? I can press charges on you.
Yeah, you
One
can't.
day-
How
He
you
was
gonna mix
Charleston
that
White.
with also saying like I'm gonna beat your
I
ass?
beat your ass.
Dude, and honestly,
I beat your ass, then press charges, nigga. What's
Yeah,
up?
that's
you
messy.
know what I have to say about what AD had just said? Like, I feel like a lot of people, including me, originally I only saw the end of it, right? And you can come to your own conclusions, whatever it is that watching the end of it. Today I watched the full interview
Yeah,
because
I
it dropped today.
I watched the full thing.
And dude, if you watch the full interview, you can tell that 16ShotEm got to this point where he's like, he didn't say it, but he was like in his brain, he was like, agree to disagree. I'm just not gonna say anything anymore. Flakko kept,
Nah,
you said, kept
he held
going
his
with that
composure all
narrative
the
of,
way.
like,
He
cloud
wasn't
chaser,
ta-
cloud chaser,
he
cloud
wasn't
chaser.
And what
It's
I
like,
seen in his
agree
phone,
to disagree and end
what I
it,
seen
you
in
know?
his
Yeah.
phone was not like nothing that I didn't even want to throw Flakko under the bus. You feel me? So when I was looking at the shit, I'm like, all right, like you ain't making a good case right now.
But look,
you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to move the situation somewhere else.
Yeah.
But look, Flacco's whole point was saying that when he was texting who he was texting, that he said 16 spot him instead of 16 shot him.
Yeah.
And that's why the person was like, who?
No, he said that.
That's not what he said?
No, he
The
did say
context
that. He
of it
did say
was
that.
The streets and people been telling him about 16, right?
Yeah. And then he
Okay.
said that he hit.
The nigga didn't hit him up. Flakko hit the nigga up and was giving him information on 16 out of nowhere.
Nah, but he did say when I hit him, when I hit dude up, when I hit my mans, he wrote the wrong name, so his friend didn't know who he was talking about. That is true though. He did mention that.
I'm reading the shit. That's why I asked. I was like, bro, you calling me a liar? I'm reading him telling shit about 16 that he knew nothing about. And the niggas responded back like, who is this? Oh, I see. I follow him. And then
he keeps saying pedophile to 16, and then 16 like explains his situation, which I think he had already explained on the interview and stuff. And it's like, I mean, why even start out with the fucking accusation? Like, that is so extreme to be going there.
That's
with
none of your business,
that
you don't even know if it's true or not.
Do with the situation that we're talking about in this situation either, right? Like, I don't know. I definitely wasn't stoked on Flakko's. Like he made some very viral content. Okay, good.
Sure.
That's
Hands
good.
down.
Super viral.
Hats off to you for that. It could have been viral without having to be that aggressive and.
Y'all, this is the
I had
end
a
of
friend,
this is the
a guy
end
who I
of
used
the
to work
video.
with, you know, at a real estate company.
Y'all, this is the end of the video. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I mean, just Adam response. Do you think I mean, he don't. I mean, from what I take from it, he kind of agreed with everything 16 did, and in a way, 16 was right. The spin was a little crazy, but my whole thing, once he would have said SMD, I would have just be, yo, let's catch this fade outside. Keep it, I mean, try to keep it professional, even though Flakko was being disrespectful, and it's kind of hard. He held his composure for the entire interview. I would have just asked him for the fade. I mean, my thing is like, Adam hiring him is like, what do you expect out of Poetik Flakko? You hired him for these same reasons, in terms of how he speaks and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's kind of 50-50. You gotta. That's a risk you got to take when you have somebody like that. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Was it a W for Flakko or an L for Flakko? And yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. On to the next one. I'm out of here.